Hello, today we're doing a general pick a card reading. It's been a little bit since I've done one for everybody. I was doing them there for a while for my Patreon, but I put a little pause on the Patreon for now because there wasn't a lot of people in there. And so I wanted to put the energy somewhere else. But today I decided to do a pick a card reading for everybody. If you've never done a pick a card reading before, what is going to happen is I'm going to have 5 piles in front of you. And you're going to pause and use your meditation. Meditation might help. Use your intuition to choose the pile you feel most drawn to. And then you will go to that pile in the video. I should have some links in the description box so you can just click on it. It'll take you automatically to that pile. And that's where your reading will be. Now, of course, this is a general reading and this is a pick a card reading. It's not a personal one-on-one reading, so not everything you hear is going to apply to you. But if your intuition is what you're using, then you should have something there that is going to resonate with you. If you find yourself drawn to more than one pile, that's normal. That can happen. It just means that part of your message might be in one pile and part of your message might be in another pile. If you find yourself drawn to a lot of piles, I would maybe try to narrow it down because you don't want to get too much chaos going on. If you find yourself drawn to no piles, that's okay. Maybe that just means there's not a message for you here today. Speaking of today, this is a timeless reading, so anytime you come across this, if you don't see this right away, it could still apply to you. But yeah, that's pretty much the basics of what a general pick a card reading is. So with that out of the way, I'm going to actually flip the camera now and show you the piles. All right, these are our piles. Over here we have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 4, and pile 5. Now's a good time to use your intuition to see which pile you feel drawn towards. You might automatically feel pulled to a certain pile. Maybe a number pops up into your head. You might even want to use a tool like a pendulum if you feel like practicing that. If you need more time to choose the pile that you are drawn to, you might pause the video here. For the rest of us, we're going to go ahead and jump into pile number 1. Pile 1, we have an interesting message here. I will just remind you that since this is a general reading, not a personal reading, and this might apply to multiple people, that not everything is going to possibly make sense to you. If you find that nothing seems to make sense to you, it might be that there's not a message for you in this pick a card reading, or maybe that there was another pile. But pile number 1, it seems like we're being asked to go for our dreams, reach for our goals, and also don't let other people hold us back. That we might be falling into a trap where other people or situations in our life might keep us stuck. So we have the giraffe. I'll read to you what it says. I just want to show you the art a little bit closer here. The giraffe is the visionary card. Visionary card, rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You're able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. So that's a pretty positive message right away, saying, hey, you want to rise above earthly matters. So again, don't let things hold you down. Don't let things hold you back. You want to be able to see the big picture. You want to be able to take the high road. You want to be able to kind of be in alignment with your higher self, right? You are able to see the right path. Stand tall in your self-worth and love with a big heart. Which is kind of funny with this card right here. It's like you can see the right path. You know which direction you're supposed to be going, what you're supposed to be doing. So make sure you're following it. Make sure that you're showing compassion, kindness, and love. And that's why I think this card is interesting, because this card, there's 138 cards in this deck that I made, and this card says, revenge is not the best path to follow right now. Almost like the universe is saying, you know better. You know better. I know you want to. I know you want to try to do revenge. You want to be petty. You want to hurt someone. You want to hurt them the way they hurt you. But that's not serving your purpose. You want to glide through life with grace. You want to be tall in your self-worth. Now, trust me, I'm not one to say um, I'm not one of those people who don't think you should ever be able to, do something about it. Curses, that kind of stuff. I'm not the threefold law type of person. I believe that people should be able to defend themselves, should be able to stand up for themselves, should be able to do what needs to be done. But there's a give and take, right? There's a pull. And so if someone's hurt your feelings or someone has upset you or have done something to you, the universe might be telling you right now that what you are planning to do as revenge is just not going to be beneficial. It's going to take too much of your time, too much of your energy. You're going to be feeding the situation, and it's going to hurt yourself, possibly hurt the other person more than you should. What you need to be doing is rising above these earthly matters and putting that time into yourself. Because you know the right path, you know where you're headed, you know that maybe that's the best revenge, right? Which is, I know, so cliche. But you know that you are headed in a good direction. You want to leave this situation, this person, you want to leave it behind. And the reason I say person is we have the man holding a heart here in reverse. And this can talk about a couple of things. This can talk about a romantic relationship that is falling apart. Maybe there's been cheating. Maybe there's been arguments. Maybe you just haven't been feeling like you've been appreciated or loved. Especially if there's been cheating, I can see why the revenge situation is going on here. But as much as you want to hurt them the way they hurt you, you want to also be able to move on to something happier. This could also talk about just a manipulative man. Someone who does not have your best interest at heart. They might be a charmer. They might be a what is it called? Snake oil salesman or whatever. So it doesn't necessarily have to be romance. This is a general reading. For some of you, I feel like it's honestly like a boss. I don't know why, but I feel like there's someone that pissed you off at work and you're just ready to burn it down. Do whatever you can to try to get back at them, but in reality, the universe is like, no, we're gonna just walk away, actually. We're gonna put our time and energy into something new that's going to treat us better, pay us better, so on and so forth. Which is interesting here with the mask. And it says, neither you nor anyone else involved in your situation has the clear picture of what has happened, what is happening, and what will happen. And I think that this is the crux here. This is the important piece of information that we have to why we are not pursuing revenge. Because there's something that is not clear, something we're not aware of yet. So if we put our time and we put our energy into pursuing revenge, trying to get back at them, hurt them, whatever, and we're not aware of all the moving pieces, we might end up actually doing something that is going to hurt us as well. We might be causing more harm than what is deserved. There might be more reasons than you realize. There might be more happening. And heck, it says revenge is not the best path to follow right now. It doesn't say that you might not follow it in the future. This is just me being a little sassy here. But maybe you don't want to do the revenge right now because you don't know everything you need to know yet. Once everything comes to the light, once everything is clear and you're aware of completely all the moving pieces, all the moving parts, then maybe revenge is the path to follow. You might go after this person, this situation, this thing, and try to make it fair. Balance the energies. But until you know exactly what you're dealing with, now is not the time to do that. You want to rise above it. You want to take the high road. You want to look good. We have addicted here. And since this is a general meaning, this can mean a lot of things. Addiction could be involved with the person, situation that we're walking away from, that is causing the problem, that has caused the pain, that has caused the hurt. Addiction could also talk about you and having addiction to drama. Maybe that's one of the reasons why we want revenge. Having addiction to cycles that keep us trapped in the same behaviors over and over, allowing the same things to happen over and over. What we need to do is rise above it allow ourselves to see the right path and take that path, stand tall in your self-worth. So this can be addiction to the drama, to the cycles that have been holding you back, keeping you still. And we're saying, nope, we're releasing that now. We're releasing that addiction. But it could be that we're dealing with an addict. There's addiction involved. Maybe that's some of the things we don't know yet. Some of the things that we don't have the clear picture of yet. Some of the motivating factors that we were unaware of. We have persistent drive. See what you desire and move toward that goal. It is time to zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition and instincts to guide you for the optimal outcome. We don't want to be stuck in this mess. These 4 cards, nah, we're good. We don't need to follow revenge. We don't need to deal with this person anymore, this situation anymore. We're not aware of everything that's going on. It's just a lot of chaos, a lot of muck. We want to focus on the giraffe and the sharks over here. Because the giraffe is telling us to rise above the matters, glide through the life with grace. You are able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. And the sharks over here are like, hey, you know what you desire, time to move towards that goal. Zero in on your purpose. Use your intuition, use your instincts. Because you do know the right path, you already have the intuition inside you to help guide you for the optimal outcome. So you have a choice here, pile number 1. Do you stay addicted to this situation, to this drama, this cycle, this path, this person, this relationship, this job, whatever it is? Do you stay addicted to it? Do you stay attached to it? Do you follow the path of revenge right now? Or do you decide that as much as revenge sounds fun, that you're going to break the cycle, you're going to move away from the situation, you're going to let sleeping dogs lie for now, let it work itself out if it ever does, and focus on you. Focus on moving forward, putting your time and your energy into going after your goals, because you already know what to do. You can see the path, you have the instincts, you have the intuition. Listen to your intuition, listen to your instincts, and go for it, because if you do, you're going to have the most optimal outcome. You're going to glide through life with grace. What do you choose? That's going to be up to you. I tell you what should choose, obviously. Obviously, the universe is pushing you towards taking the high road. But at the end of the day, you only can do what makes you happy. I wish you luck, pile number 1. I'm sorry you're having to put up with the situation, whatever that means to you. I hope that things get better. I hope that you're able to move on, move past it, move up. I see that there's should be some success in your future, so I hope that that is the direction that we're headed. I thank you for being here. I hope you had a little bit of fun with this little general figure card reading. I appreciate you being a supporter. I appreciate you being here, and I hope you have a great day. All right, pile number 2. So, we are being told today that it's time to step up. And it's not going to be easy, but now is definitely the time. We are going to be taking responsibility for our actions, leaving behind old habits or things that need to be released so that we can see ourselves succeeding. A little bit interesting. It's a little bit similar to pile number 1, though pile number 1 kind of honed in on a theme of leaving a specific person behind. This is honing on a theme, person or situation. This is honing in on leaving your old self behind. This is you changing and transforming. We have the Hawk Messenger card. We have Angel of Strength. The Initiate. Safe and surrounded by love. Is this me? And clean out old habits that no longer serve you. I'm sure you can see it, but just in case you want to read it yourself. It's just my handwriting. I want to start with this card, because I feel like these 2 cards represent the issue, and then the rest of the cards represent how to handle the issue, how to move forward. Is this me? Is a lot of confusion about personal identity. Taking on other people's identities, taking on versions of yourself that other people have sort of placed on you. And now we're going through a period of time where we're wondering, is that really me? Is this really what I like? Is this really who I am? Is this really the direction I want to go with my life? It's a lot of exploration, self-exploration. Finding out what you want to do, finding out what you want to be. I would not be surprised if some of you, because this is a general reading, not everything is going to apply to everyone, but I would not be surprised at all if my pile number 2 people here had a spiritual leaning sort of path ahead of them. And spiritual can mean a lot of things. It can be witchcraft, it can be religion, it can be meditation and yoga and I was going to say a third thing, and for some reason it just escaped my mind. It doesn't have to be a specific path. It can just be going by your own intuition, your own instincts. It could just be being out in nature. But I do think it's being connected to your intuition and to whatever that means for you when I say the word spiritual. Finding out who you are. Finding out what you want to be. Finding out your own gifts and talents and skills and moving forward with it. Because we also clean out the old habit that no longer serves you. So one of our old habits that we need to get rid of for pile number 2 is taking on the identity of what we think we should be or what other people think we should be. Using the guideline that's set in stone for us from the, world at large about who we should be and what we should want. We should want a picket fence, a home, a family, a job, a career, actually. We want to make a lot of money and own a lot of things, and we should want a monogamous, long-lasting marriage, and woman should be in the kitchen, a man should go to work, and, all of those stereotypes. And it's okay if you like some of those things. I'm not down-talking it. I'm just saying that's what we're kind of force-fed since we are young, that those are all the things we should want. And if we don't have those things, then we are messing up somewhere. It's us. We're the problem. Not the high expectations that are unrealistic. We're the problem. So that's the first habit we're cleaning out, is the fact that we don't need to get our validation through some really old stereotypical standards on what we should want and what we should want to become. But this also is a general reading. It can apply to a lot of people. It could be, what is that habit that you keep knowing you need to let go of, but you just haven't got there yet? It's interesting because I'm making this video here in the very end of November. So you'll be seeing this a month before the New Year. So what is your New Year's resolution? I know you can make changes whenever, but what is it? Are we giving up cigarettes? Are we trying to get a little more active? Are we trying to change our eating habits? I'm not about weight loss. I'm not saying, we need to count calories. But are we changing our eating habits? Maybe we do want to fuel our bodies with food that makes us feel good. We want to be more nutritious. Maybe we want to have more variety, more vegetables and fruits and things like that. Maybe we want to have a new habits. Meditation, cleansing, that sort of thing. If you're going on a spiritual path, maybe you want to start with some small things that you can do that will make you feel connected daily. Perhaps a daily tarot card pull, if that's something that you're into, if you like the cards. Maybe lighting a candle for an ancestor altar, making sure you do the water once a week, that sort of thing. It can be a lot of things depending on who's drawn to pile number 2. But now we're going to get into the rest of the cards that talk about what we're doing. We have the Hawk, the Messenger, and this says, Spirit is sending you messages. Open your greater vision to see the signs. Focus on priorities and eliminate distractions. Clean out those old habits. You have a bright future. Let yourself ascend to new heights. I apologize. I mean, they are flying, right? So yeah, you've already been receiving the messages. You've already been being told that we need to move on, that we need to figure out who we are, what we're doing, let go of those habits that are holding us back. Because You have a bright future, and the universe wants to see you succeed. The thing is the universe is always on your side. It wants to see you succeed. It can't do the work for you though. It's interesting because I just got done doing a reading for someone, and when I was doing the reading, I was talking about the fact that you have to do the work. Even energy workers, people who do Reiki, people who do all that kind of stuff, they can only go so far and help. You have to do the work. If you have been pouring grease down your sink, and this is what I said in this reading, you can call a plumber, and the plumber's going to come clean out the grease trap or whatever, and the sink is going to work. If you keep pouring grease down your sink, you're just going to be back in the old problem. So the universe wants to see you succeed, wants you to do well, but you have to stop pouring grease down the sink. Because you're not going to succeed until you stop. So they can only support you so far. They can only help you so far towards your goals. You still have to do the work. So it's like, hey, you have a bright new future. Let yourself ascend. You know what you need to do. You know what you need to release. You know what needs to be, what did it say? The priorities, focus on priorities, eliminate distractions. Do those things so that you can succeed. The Angel of Strength is a card all about having strength, having strong will, determination, knowing that whatever's standing in front of you, whatever obstacles are in your way, that you can and will overcome them. It is a card of confidence. The Initiate. The Initiate here says, acknowledge what you do not know and learn with a beginner's mind so you can become accepted as an authority one day. That's interesting. So maybe you're learning something new, going back to school, starting a new career, starting a new hobby. If you are doing spirituality, starting a new path. And it says you might be someone who, if you allow yourself to be really open to the process, acknowledge what you do not know, have a beginner's mind, have all this optimism, this enthusiasm, this curiosity, then you might find yourself one day being an authority on the subject. It also may mean how you go about this process altogether. You don't want to go in it thinking that you know everything. Be flexible because you're going to be surprised. There's going to be times where you're going to be surprised about what you have to do in order to ascend. You're going to be surprised what gets left behind. Because it's easy to say clean out old habits and think of the literal things like smoking cigarettes and not being active enough and so on and so forth. But what about negative self-talk? What about not upholding our boundaries? What about projecting our anger onto other people? Sorry, I was trying to think of how to word what about, not doing what makes you happy? Pushing yourself to pretending to be something you're not so that you can fit in? Safe and surrounded by love. Keep your heart open and know you are being protected. So keep your mind open, be a beginner's mind, and keep your heart open. Listen to what you know to be true and allow yourself to see and understand what is going on around you. So this is going to be a very new experience. For most people drawn to pile number 2, this is not something that has been going on for a long time or you have a deep understanding of it. This is sort of new. You're being asked to really explore all of these opportunities. And it's going to be a big change for you in one way or another. So this could be just clearing out the old habits and changing you, embracing a new identity, who you are. This could be all kinds of things. I'm thinking about, sexuality. Are you what you have always said you are, or maybe are you something else? And this doesn't have to just include bi, pan, gay, straight. It can also include demisexual, asexual, that sort of thing. This can be political spectrum. Have you always been one side of the political spectrum, but you're starting to realize that maybe you are somewhere else on that spectrum? maybe you fell into those things because that's what you grew up around. Religion, spirituality, um, trying to think, people pleaser, like all this stuff that you thought that's who you were, but maybe it's not actually who you are. And if you allow yourself to really explore all the different possibilities with a new open mind, you might be surprised. You might be quite surprised what you learn. But there's also the more practical, physical side of things. This might be a new career path. This might be something where you have to release all of your old expectations so that you can succeed at this career. Because there's nothing more annoying than someone coming into a new job place and comparing it to something else that's similar but not the same, and they think they know everything, and so they refuse to learn the way it should be done, and it's just not fun for anyone because then it ends up usually biting them in the butt. So if you are going into like a new career field or something like that, allow yourself to kind of wipe the slate clean and absorb all of the knowledge. Absorb everything. Do well with it, because if you do, you might find yourself being a master, an authority on it one day. So yeah, pile number 2 here, really interesting. You're becoming a new person, and it can be quite literally a new person. Everything about you could change, or at least an aspect of your life. Maybe your career. That might be what's changing. Maybe you're going back to school. Maybe you're getting into therapy even. Spirituality. Maybe you're getting on a new path there. So yeah, that's my pile number 2, people. You do have to remember it's a general reading. Not everything's going to apply to you. I hope that this was helpful. I hope that it made sense. I wish you luck, because this is not exactly an easy thing. You don't need strength for nothing, right? But I do see that there's happiness here. You are ascending to new heights. You're going to be doing well. So yeah, sorry. I was just making sure there's nothing else I wanted to say. That is my pile number 2, people. I appreciate you being here. I hope this was just a little bit of fun, and I hope you have a good day. Alright, pile number 3. You have a fun pile. Yours is vast. It can be very vast and broad, or it can be very minute. Because I guess that's the fun of a general reading when it's not a person, one specific person. We do have to take into account that there might be a lot of fluctuating energies here. Some people, this is a really, really, really big change, far spread change. For some people, it's just a quick little moment in time. But either way, it's beneficial. It's positive. We're doing some things. Now, the Anger and Chains card here is a little bit interesting. I will say that I used the Black Mirror Oracle deck, and they all kind of hit hard. They're all kind of like shadow work, kind of tell you something about yourself. So even though this one might be the standout as far as like good, and then this one, it's kind of because there isn't really necessarily a good card in here. It's not bad. It's just saying that maybe this is something we need to work on, or that this is something that can be a block, an obstacle to overcome, because the anger and change is like holding on to your anger, burying your anger, letting it control you, that sort of stuff. So it could be a block, especially with this play here, allowing yourself to just enjoy, happy, have fun. It could be a block. And also another thing that I use and explain to people the way I see anger. Anger is like fire. Fire is an amazing thing, right? Because it can give us light in the dark. It can keep us warm when it's cold. It cooks our food so that it's safe and edible. It also can destroy an entire forest and burn us down and kill us. So anger is very similar. Anger tends to get a bad rap, but anger can fuel our passions. Anger can be channeled into our work. It is revolution. It also can be destructive. It can destroy us. It can destroy our relationships. It can eat us alive. So make sure that this isn't blocking you, that you're not holding on too tightly to your anger, or that you're also not releasing it when it needs to be released. Use this energy correctly so that you can receive these things. So we have dolphin play. And it says swim in the happy joy of living, inhale confidence. Self-acceptance is a new sexy. Inhale confidence and excel fear. Dive into your wisdom, go with the flow. So have some fun. Play. Allow yourself to feel confident. Allow yourself to know that you're going to succeed, that things are going to go well, that you're going to have a golden moment, a good moment in time. I do feel like this is a little bit different for people. Some people are going to feel drawn to this, and it's going to be like a way of life, a path, some changes in their life. I also feel like there's some people, or at least a person who maybe finds himself drawn to pile number 3, who this is a moment in time, and this is reminding you to enjoy it, because sometimes these things come and go, right? Don't allow yourself to get too caught up in the logistics that you don't actually enjoy what's happening. The woman holding a coin is a lovely card. It can talk about income, it can talk about having money, it can talk about a woman who is able to give good advice on how to use your money, what to put into your projects, good business advice, someone who's nurturing and supportive. So it also could be a woman coming into your life romantically. But I think, honestly, the feeling that I'm getting from this reading is maybe having a little extra money to do something fun. Maybe you need to go on a vacation. Honestly, go on a vacation or buy that thing you've wanted to play with, mess with. Enjoy yourself. Maybe you're getting a raise or promotion. Maybe you're the type of person who is used to not having money, and so you come into something happens where you have a little extra money, and your first instinct is to put it away, which is smart, by the way. I'm not downplaying it. But these cards might be like, hey, have a little fun. Sometimes the universe gives you a blessing because they want you to enjoy it. The Protector. Surround yourself with people who lift you, accept you as you are, believe in your vision and purpose, and bring out the best in you. So we have self-confidence, self-acceptance, people who believe, who lift you up and accept you as who you are and bring out the best in you. So again, if there's this business feeling, if there's this person that I'm feeling, like job-wise or whatever, this could be make sure you have the right partnership, make sure that you're in the right place, make sure that you aren't keeping people around you who are going to drag you down or tell you you can't do it or you're not good enough. But it could just mean hang out with your friends. I know that's so silly, but honestly, that's what I'm feeling here. Like, some of you just need to have some fun, let loose. Release. Be around the right people. Don't want the wrong people around you that might, push the situation into drama and chaos. You want people who are just gonna let you relax and be yourself. But like, go party, go on a vacation, have a little bit of fun, enjoy yourself. Surrounded by prosperity. Oh, sorry, that's too far up. You didn't get to see the whole card. I love this deck, the Ocean Oracle deck. The art is always so pretty, in my opinion. Your attention is being drawn to the infinite nature of reality. That which exists outside the known is beyond measure. But surrounded by prosperity, this card is a card of knowing that attitude of gratitude, abundance attitude. Knowing you will be supported, knowing you'll be taken care of, knowing that there's all kinds of opportunities and prosperity and possibilities out there. It's a very beneficial card to let you know that there's lots of different ways to get what you want. There's lots of positive possible outcomes out there. It's a card of letting you know that if you feel like, how do I put this? If you feel like you never have good luck, sometimes it's our own faults. Sometimes we're not allowing ourselves to see the different possibilities because we hold ourselves back. If you don't think you're good enough, self-acceptance, confidence, if you don't think that you're good enough, you're not going to see these opportunities because you can't reach for them because you're not good enough to get them. But if you allow yourself to open up, be surrounded by the right people, have your confidence, exhale fear, right? Inhale confidence, exhale fear, accept yourself, then you start to see these opportunities become more visible to you. And you'll be surprised that there was that many opportunities before because you never noticed them. But you never noticed them because you didn't believe in yourself. You didn't believe in them. So now you're kind of opening your eyes to these things. The way I see it, and if you've gotten a reading from me before, you've probably heard this. But the way I see it is when people talk about manifestation or, your good thoughts attract good things, or your bad thoughts attract bad things, and all that kind of stuff, I think it becomes a little bit too generalized. I do believe in attitude of gratitude. I do believe that when you have a positive mindset, a positive perspective, you bring more positivity in your life, as well as the other direction. If you have a negative mindset, a negative perspective, you bring more negativity in your life. But it's not some magical mumbo jumbo necessarily. I think it can be quite literal. And the example I always give is if you are going for a walk and you're in a bad mood, you're grumbling to yourself, you're looking down at your feet, you're kind of hurrying through the walk, you barely want to even be outside in the first place, you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, and you miss a sign in the window at this place that you've always been interested in getting a job at, and they're hiring, and you don't even see it. But you go for the same walk, and you're in great mood. You're feeling good. You're taking in your surroundings. You're enjoying the sun on your skin. You are listening to the sounds of the birds. You're slowing down so that you can really just enjoy the day. And you notice the sign in the window because you were more open to it. And that's sort of how life in the universe works in that way. It's not necessarily changing what's already there. What's there is there. What's available to you is available to you. What's open is open. But you might not see it if you're feeling negative, if you feel like you don't deserve it, if you feel like you can't. But then if you open up yourself and start to feel more confident, more assured, and know that you can achieve things, then you start seeing some of these opportunities that were never available to you before because they weren't visible. If that makes sense. So that's my pile number 3. You're being asked to really embrace yourself here. Have a little fun. Go off the handle a bit, but not in a bad way. Have some fun with some friends, maybe go to a party, take a vacation, get yourself a little treat. But then there's also the deeper message, of course, of you will see more opportunities, more abundance, more prosperity in your life if you allow yourself to really embrace your potential. This might be a new business for some of you. This might be new business partners for some of you, with this being surrounded by people who lift you up. Because this is a general reading. So there might be, whereas one person needs to take the vacation, another person starting a new business venture, and this is giving you some validation and insight into the fact that, you're going to be successful as long as you get the right people involved and as long as you trust in yourself. So yeah, that's my pile number 3. Just quick little general reading. I hope you had a little bit of fun. I hope it made some sense. I wish you luck on this because it's very enjoyable here. I appreciate your support, and I hope you have a good day. Pile number 4, and we have a very sort of straightforward, to the point kind of messages going on here. This is for 2, 3 kind of people. We have one person here that is, and I don't mean quite literally one person, it's just this is one kind of way of seeing the message. One way of seeing this is someone who is very bleak, has been putting up with some stuff for a long time, and feels like they will never get out. Feels like nothing will ever go their way, and they are either already have lost hope or very close to losing hope. And the message for you is, we understand. There's a reason you feel this way. You're right to feel this way. It has been a lot. We're not downplaying the pain. We're not downplaying what's happened. But understand that it will get better when the time is right. Unfortunately, divine timing is a weird thing and we don't always understand it. And so, even though it's hard, even though it feels never ending, you have to have hope because it will get better. And then we have the person who is being told to embrace their power, to be more spiritually in tune with their own gifts, their own abilities, because they have a job to do. They are the ones who are supposed to be the leaders, the healers, the helping others, helping the people who are feeling bleak. And then we have the person who is both, who is in a bleak space and needs to understand that things will get better, but also embrace their power, embrace who they are, understand what they're capable of, and what might be happening is, quite often they say healers come from the dark, right? A lot of times people who help heal others are people who have been through quite a lot themselves. They understand other people and how to help people because they've been there. They've done that. Now, I don't think the universe is putting you through it for a reason. I don't think, I'm not one of those people who think you're destined to go through stuff. Sorry, been talking a lot. But I do think that the universe is saying we can use this. We can use this. We're going to turn this around because you are destined to turn this pain into light to help others. So yeah, we're going to talk about the cards. We have the fated to suffer, which is quite literally feeling like you are going to suffer no matter what. Feeling like you can never be happy because even if things get better for just a minute, the other shoe always drops. It's a constant anxiety, constant worry. Things never feel like they are getting better. The dawn. Do not be discouraged if things look dark and hopeless. The sun rises each day, revealing new possibilities and renewed hope. So these are the cards of darkness. These are the cards of the spiritual empowerment. We have the Black Jaguar, Old Soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. With the sixth chakra archangel Metatron, and this is the third eye. This is our intuition, our instincts. Well, I guess intuition and instincts aren't exactly the same thing, right? But this is our psychic connection. This is our ability to sense things, which next to the old soul makes a lot of sense. This is why I said some have this spiritual connection to embrace that and empower themselves. Stop putting up with that crap. It's a very straightforward thing that could apply to both. Stop. If some of the problems, the things that are holding you back, making you feel bleak, making you feel sad, is old habits, old cycles, people that are causing you pain, stop putting up with it. Don't take that crap from them. Don't take the crap from yourself. I know it's kind of harsh and blunt. When I made this deck, there's like 138 cards. I kind of wanted some harsh messages, or at least straightforward messages. But it could be like, take some responsibility, man. Step up. Understand that part of the reason some of this is happening is because you're not taking responsibility. It can mean stop putting up with that crap as far as like, you're an old soul. You're intuitive. You don't let people talk down to you. You don't let people pull the wool over your eyes. You stand up for who you are. Don't put up with your own crap, down talking yourself, thinking you're not intuitive, thinking you don't know what you're talking about. And then we have where you need to be. And this says, acknowledge how you are feeling, have faith in the universe. Have faith that the universe will take care of current concerns by providing the best possible outcome for all involved. Where you need to be. Divine timing. Some of you are going through this and you will be able to use this process in your spirit path. You will heal others. You will heal and you will heal others. Some of you is just being told to trust that the universe will take care of you and have faith that things will get better. I think the overall message, though, is pretty clear. You've been putting up with a lot of stuff. Things have been dark. Things have been bleak. It feels like it will not get better. It feels like that's just who you are. But in reality, who you are is kind of a badass. You have good intuition. You are an old soul. You're someone who can have confidence and power. I mean, look at that beautiful, beautiful jaguar. The stop putting up with the crap is kind of like whap whap in the face to say, this is you, not this. Because part of fated to suffer is also believing you will always suffer. You've been believing in this for so long, now it's time to believe in that. Stop putting up with that crap, take responsibility. Don't let people hold you back, don't let yourself hold you back. Trust that the universe can help you in this situation. For some of you, trust that you need to be where you need to be so that you can be here. Yeah, I hope that makes sense for my pile 4. That was very direct. I think this is probably the quickest pile out of all of them because, yeah, it's very straightforward. You've been dealing with a lot. Things have been dark. Things have been despair. It will get better. It will get better quicker if you hold yourself responsible and allow yourself to be empowered and kind of go down this path of empowerment, spirituality, instincts, intuition, all that sort of thing. But things will get better. Yeah, that's it. My pile number 4, people. That was very fast. I hope it made sense to you. I hope it resonated. I hope that you are here, that you have that little glimmer of hope. I hope that things do get better. I appreciate you. I appreciate you being supportive. I wish you luck on this journey. I know you've got it in you. The universe knows you got it in you. You just gotta let it happen. And I hope you have a good day. Well, my pile number 5, people. Pile number 4 came through very strongly, very fast, straight to the point, and I feel like pile number 5 is also very fast, straight to the point. Pile 5 is a beautiful pile. It is a pile of happiness. It's a pile of moving on. It's a pile of being in the moment of good things happening. Whereas pile number 4 was about things will get better. It's like things will get better over time. You've been dealing with a lot of negativity, so on and so forth. This is like the time is now, or very near for my pile number 5, people. You're not putting up with anyone's stuff anymore. I won't cry for you. Is like, nope, I have no fucks left to give. Here's my last one. You do not get to hold on to me anymore. You do not get to control me anymore. This could be a person. This could be a relationship. This could be a career. This could also just be you. You could be like, I'm sick. Like, if I'm sick of holding myself back. I'm sick of always feeling like the victim. I'm sick of always feeling like I have to suffer. And I'm done. I'm done holding on to all of this. And I'm going to release it. I have no more tears. Because the rest of the cards are very positive. We have Elephant. Greatness. Love is your strength. Leadership is your path. Your wisdom inspires everyone you meet. You can overcome any problem. You will naturally and easily achieve success. Happy family. This is literally happy family. This could be, it does talk about possibly finding romance, finding someone who wants to build a family with you. It can also talk about finding romance with someone who already has children, a blending of the families, so to speak. But also can just talk about having a happy home life, happy family life, general abundance in that area of life. Oh man, I don't want to say that wrong. What is that? Yogini? In case you're curious. This says, we are all one, each an inseparable part of the unseen, infinite energies that surround, sustain, and empower us and all there is. So that's interesting. With the happy family in this card and saying you might have leadership. This could be showing that you're coming into a community, that you're taking place with people that you love and care about. that you're going to feel empowered. You're going to empower others. Yeah, sorry. Childlike devotion. You are multi-talented, complex being. Embrace and love who you are. And I know this card, I'm pretty sure, does talk about like this being a Christmas fish or something like that. The red and green, which gives you that like sort of miraculous energy or the awe and joy of Christmas morning with the child. Um, but it says embrace and love who you are, being multi-talented. Oh, sorry. And messages coming through. This usually comes through for people who have been already receiving messages. Signs from the universe. It could be your dreams. It could be repeating numbers. It could be seeing the same animal over and over. It could be hearing specific things on the radio or music coming through. But you have been already receiving messages or signs. So very positive reading, my pile number 5, people. We do have an interesting little, like, could this be a family? Could this be found family? Some community that you find yourself in, because it's like everyone feels supported, everyone feels loved. That you might be taking a leadership position. You might be a cult leader. No, I'm just kidding, but like it is kind of weird to get leadership, happy family, we are all one, childlike devotion, which is kind of extreme. So if for some really weird reason you are thinking about making a cult, maybe don't. But if you do find yourself in a situation to join a new community that you feel pulled to, this might be validation that it's safe, that it's okay. I mean, like, don't join a cult, but if you, I keep saying that, but if you're like, you know, there's this book club, there is this coven, there is this D&D group, this game night, this retreat, you know, there's all kinds of ways where you might be being given the opportunity to socialize and get closer with people, and this can be validation that it's a good thing to do because you're going to find success. You might even find your family. Listen to the messages that are coming through because it is going to empower you. Yeah, my pile number 5, pretty good here. I just wish I was getting more direction on exactly what is happening, but I think that's part of the downfall with general readings, picker card readings. There's not one person that you're reading for, so you can't exactly pick a path. So there's not as much clarity here as I'd like as to where this happiness is exactly coming from. But if you found yourself drawn to pile number 5, it just means that you are being asked to look for this happiness, to give it your time, to give it your devotion. If you do find your family, or if you want to have a happy family life and maybe it hasn't been feeling like a happy family life, this could be talking to you about that. This could be like, how do we make everyone feel loved? How do we make sure everyone's feeling supported? We devote ourselves or devote our time to our family. Be a good leader. Lead by example. Love is your strength. Lead with love and compassion. The happy family can happen because you make it happen. So yeah, let me know what you thought. I appreciate hearing back from everybody. I appreciate you being here. Just a fun, quick little general message pull. I hope it resonated with you. I wish you luck with this because this seems pretty happy to me. I hope you have a great day. And, well, I guess that's it, right? And I hope you have a great day. All right, talk to you later.